everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please make sure to click like and subscribe. And today it will be a finance video, and I just want to share some tips and tricks on how you'd be able to cut back and spend less this quarantine season now that quarantine has been almost kind of been lifted, at least for us Canadians. And now there's gonna be summer weather, but if you're still in a really tight spot in terms of your finances and your money, this video is for you and it's gonna help you save some money. All right, so let's get into it. The first tip is basically just examine your bank statements, credit card statements for the last 60 days, or the last 2 statements, and just really take a look at where you spend your money on. If you're like me and our family, most of our expenses actually goes to food. We love food, and that's groceries, sometimes eating out, and we barely do any shopping, but that's basically where we spend our money on. But maybe you have some subscriptions like Disney Plus, or I don't know, some random subscription like FabFitFun that you don't really need and that you could cut down on, and just really examine. Maybe you have a printer subscription you're not really using your printer, or you have like some type of subscription that you have but you're not really using it and it's not really worth it. So maybe you can cut that out. You may think that it's just $5, $10, $15 here and there, but if you actually examine and cut that out, you can actually save a lot, maybe $100 to $200 a month, just by examining the things that you are spending money on. Of course, you have to prioritize your needs, so your mortgage or your rents and your bills, maybe your car payments, your insurance payments. So whatever it is that you need to prioritize that first. And then whatever you can cut out, maybe your subscriptions or just little things that you are buying. Maybe you are spending so much money on Amazon or Walmart, or just like little things, maybe you can cut that out. So really just examine which one, where are you really spending your money, which ones you should prioritize, and which ones you can actually cut out. Number 2 is cut back on online shopping. I know it's so easy to add to cart. Even me, honestly, if I'm being honest, I love online shopping, but mostly the feeling that I like is just adding stuff to my cart, but I never check it out. They say that's actually more enjoyable for us just to add stuff to our carts than actually to check it out and actually pay. If you're even tempted, with those email subscriptions, then just unsubscribe from those email subscriptions and you'll be better off without it. And number 3 is Uber Eats less. A lot of people are saying that we need to support our restaurants and our local restaurants, and I definitely do agree with that. However, Uber Eats is just not worth it. If I buy bubble tea, which I love buying bubble tea, if I buy like one bubble tea, which is usually $5, but if I do Uber Eats, it's gonna end up costing me $12. I know it is a very convenient way of just eating, but this quarantine, we actually learned how to finally cook. But if you're a person who really doesn't want to do the hard work of cooking and cleaning up after yourself, Uber Eats is a good way. Maybe you can just lessen your Uber Eats, because I know honestly Uber Eats can add up and it could be a really pricey convenience for you. Number 4 is building an emergency fund, just in case something happens. Maybe your tire blows out, or you lose your job, or you have to pay for something really expensive. Accidents can happen and you never know, so you definitely need an emergency fund. Before the pandemic, I actually would definitely just suggest $2,000 at least for your emergency fund, but given what just happened, and basically anything can happen, people can lose your job, they say that it's good to have at least $10,000 or 3 months worth of your salary or your expenses for an emergency fund and put that in a high interest rate savings account. So not your checking, but in a separate savings account that you do not really see and you cannot really spend. So I'm not sponsored by Tangerine, but that's what I recommend. That's what I use as well. If you need any help signing up, let me know. And also if you want to use my code down below, you can definitely do that as well. It will save you money. But anything, honestly, anything upwards 2% of high interest savings account, that is good. Or you can also sign up for a GIC, which basically locks it for a year or 5 years or 10 years, whatever you choose. But the only disadvantage is it's not liquid. You cannot access it whenever you need the emergency. Typically has a higher interest, but it's just locked in, versus if it's in just like a savings account. I know a lot of credit unions they also have good percentages, but if you are looking for just a place to save your emergency fund, that's what I recommend. And lastly, another thing is to invest. So if you do have your emergency fund set up, you don't have that much financial responsibilities, and you have some wiggle room and some cash to basically just waste. Well, it's not a waste, but invest only the money that you can afford to lose if ever you lose some money in the stock market. So as you know, the stock market goes up and down. So right now it's still very erratic. It's still out of, like, it just went up and then it went down. So be prepared to lose the money, but also hope in the future that it is going to get higher and higher and higher, and you're gonna get some profits and dividends. I recommend, for Canadians personally, Tangerine or Wealth Simple. So yeah, basically that's my 2 cents on how you can save and invest during this pandemic season. Some practical tips and tricks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like more videos like this, please comment down below and I can do some videos like this as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you. I hope you and your family are doing well during this pandemic season, and we miss you, and have a great day. God bless. Bye.